Welcome to the Online Graduate Research Forum for Spring 2018. My name is Cody Miguel, your presenter. I'm a graduate student in the Master of Science in Interdisciplinary Studies program in the Department of Occupational Workforce and Leadership Studies. The title of my research study is Director of Basketball Operations. The purpose of my practicum is to experience the role as Director of Basketball Operations, also known as a DOBO, which is an important role in the college basketball profession. I participated as a Director of Basketball Operations at Texas State University with the men's basketball program. My objectives during the practicum was to increase awareness of different cultures with our foreign players, develop plans and logistics in collegiate athletics with the focus on men's college basketball, develop relationships and network within our staff and other staffs of our opponents, and at the NABC Coaches Conference. The need for this practicum was to further career opportunities, knowledge of college basketball. Here are a couple highlights of my time as the Director of Basketball Operations here at Texas State University. The first was learning the life of a foreign basketball player at Texas State. It was a great experience to get to talk to our foreign player from Serbia one-on-one and hear about his adjustment to being here at Texas State. The most memorable moment that I had with him was talking to him about food back home. He's a guy who doesn't show much emotion, so it was exciting to see his reactions and hear him talk about all the amazing foods that he had back home and to describe them to me and to see how much different they are from what we have here. It was truly an amazing sight. The next thing was how to plan an effective road trip. I learned a lot during this time. Road trips are a process in itself. There are multiple areas of planning to a road trip, from bus transportation, air travel, hotel lodging, meal planning, and facility coordinating. The most stressful but useful experience was planning our conference tournament trip. There were so many moving pieces that would change from day to day, which kept me on my toes and allowed me the ability to adapt and overcome and accomplish situations and tasks given to me at a moment's notice. The last, but certainly not least, highlight was networking in college basketball. Networking is the most important part of this profession. It's all about who you know when it comes to getting jobs at this level, so it is very important to communicate and communicate effectively when interacting with other staff members from other programs. I was blessed with being able to have multiple conversations with multiple staff members from other teams for any and all of our competitions and in our games. To follow up with the highlights of my practicum are a couple of literature highlights that I have. The first one was an article called Examining the Inclusiveness of Intercollegiate Team Climate and Its Influence on Student Athletes' Cross-Racial Interactions, written by Jones, Geeky, and Bell. The importance of this was the inclusion of cross-racial interactions on a basketball team. The results of this article showed that when a coach promoted an inclusive environment, that the student athletes would engage in more frequent cross-racial interactions and have more of a positive impact on their feelings to those interactions. This was true of our team, and our head coach handled the cross-racial interaction and how our head coach handled the cross-racial interactions. We were a very close-knit team, and we handled adversity well because our players could work really well together in any situation. The next book that helped me was Coaching Basketball Successfully, written by Joe and Morgan Wooten. In this book, I learned the key components to successful coaching. This book is about finding and laying down an effective coaching foundation and philosophy related to basketball. It helps to teach you ways to communicate and motivate your players in all types of settings, such as on the court in timeouts, practices, and in games, as well as off the court and in meetings, the locker room, and outside of basketball. This was most useful in helping me understand what the flow of the organization is supposed to look like so that I can relate that to planning and organizing our trips and day-to-day operations. Lastly was another article, Planning Your Journey in Coaching, Building a Network for Success, written by Van Mullen and Croft. This was perfect for helping me understand how networking works as a coach. The article outlines the steps necessary in building a strong network. By building a strong network, you will help yourself overcome challenges, improve your emotional support group, and it will assist you in your job search opportunities. The process of growing your network will then become a very rewarding experience. Networking is something that is vital to success in college athletics, business, and in life. Moving through and reflecting back on my practicum, I would have to say the biggest strength that I had was my communication skills. This position requires you to communicate on multiple occasions to multiple people and do it very, very well. I feel that my communication skills were best served as my approach to be able to talk to people without having a fear of approaching them or without having the fear of being approached for multiple different reasons and communicating about multiple different things such as academics, travel, any necessary day-to-day paperwork that needed to be handled. All of these were things that I could handle myself due to my strength in being able to talk with somebody. The biggest weakness that I had in this was the exact reason why I wanted to be in this practicum in the first place, was my lack of experience. Not knowing when, what, and how to do things for me is a very humbling experience. Not only that, it's scary at best. Not knowing how to handle situations is stressful. So that leads into the biggest opportunity that I had and I was given during this, was gaining understanding of what a director of basketball operation does and how to do that position and how to manage it correctly. For me, the thought of with time and opportunity comes great knowledge and power. Well, the time that I was able to spend here in my practicum allowed for multiple opportunities from, interacting with players to planning and handling the logistics on day-to-day operations and travel, to networking and communicating with other coaches and coaching staffs, gave me a great baseline of knowledge to go further and empower myself to, one, handle this role at another job at another location, or being in a different role and be able to assist and help the person who is in charge or in that role. The biggest threat of this job, though, is being in a role that I personally do not like. The price you pay when you're a director of basketball operations is you don't get the ability through the NCAA rules to be able to coach on the floor. I'm a person that loves being around our guys and loves the basketball side of things. And so in this role, being stripped of that is something that it is hard. But at the end of the day, it's a job that needs to be done. So whether or not I'm in this job, I will embrace it and try to move forward to the best of my abilities. My future career plans after having completed this practicum. The college coaching profession is a highly coveted and competitive job field. There are a lot of people already competing for the jobs now, and more people entering in the profession each year. To stay in the race and in the position to gain employment or maintain employment where you are, you must maintain and continually build a network of relationships in the college coaching profession. By completing my practicum, I've set myself up to have a chance of getting a job as a director of basketball operations here at the college level, or even now that I have tasted and understand how it works, I can apply that to a director of basketball operations role at the professional level. More so, I would love the opportunity to be an assistant coach somewhere so that one, I can also apply this knowledge to that role as well while maintaining the ability to work on the floor with the players in a different environment. And then, obviously, in the future, would love to have the opportunity to be a head coach at the college level or at the professional level. On the YouTube page below, please indicate your anonymous preference for this practicum by clicking on one of these two icons. Also, please post your comments or questions in the YouTube comment section below. I'll respond to your inquiries posted between April 6th and 17th through this webpage. Thank you guys for taking the time to listen to me and what it takes to become Director of Basketball Operation and the things that I have learned during this time here at Texas State. Have a wonderful day.